Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, and thank you. So I'm back from Korea. Endless grind, terrible trip, absolutely terrible trip. And again, when you're working 16s, 7 days a week, that's it. That's all you have time for is just work, eat, sleep, and repeat the next day. And it's one hell of a grind. But it got me thinking about AMP because AMP is also one hell of a grind. And I haven't done an AMP video in a while. And, I get some angry comments on some of my videos. And even non-amp videos, I get some of these amp guys come over and just leave angry comments, man. I don't understand it. But I get the pain. I do because AMP has just been it hasn't performed. I'm trying to be as nice and casual about this as I can, but it has not performed. Now, one of the problems. Well, there's a lot of problems with AMP, but one of the big ones from a purely investment standpoint. And before I really get into it, I want to make it clear here. I don't give financial advice. You see the sign right there? This is not financial advice. I don't care what you do. It means nothing to me. I did not help you earn your money. I'm not going to help you spend your money. I don't understand how YouTube can continue to put out videos like that just over and over. All the pumpers, the dumpers, the hypers. Uh, it's very disingenuous to me just to promise. And I saw a tweet from Bitboy, and apparently all you have to do to be successful in crypto is buy and hold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's not true. If that was true, then you know what? There'd be no need for YouTube. There'd be no need for anything. All you have to do is just buy and hold, and you're gonna, get your Lambo. But that's not true. And the more that the market restricts, the more difficult that's gonna be. So I want to give you my thoughts on this one because we're actually going to be getting into a little bit more investment fundamentals here, and it seems to be some things that people are just absolutely missing. So the term we're going to be discussing here in regards to AMP is a economics term called exit liquidity. Now, if you're not familiar with what exit liquidity is, you're about to be. The more when a token goes down as long and for as long and hard as AMP has, then it's going to be very, very difficult for a token like that to recover without a massive influx of capital. Now, AMP just had a little pump. Look, there it is. You see it? That's a little pump. Now, if you're not familiar with what exit liquidity is, you see this right here? Great. Sky's the limit. Going to the moon. This is called exit liquidity. That's what this is right here, and this is why you see it. You can call it pump and dump, but what it actually is exit liquidity. There are a lot of people, lots and lots of people that have been in and around AMP for a very, very long time, and they've bought it up and they've bought it down. And there comes a point where you're just going to do anything to try to get back some of your money and move on to another project. See, now that's everybody buying late. That elevates this token whatsoever, is providing exit liquidity for those who are done. Now, AMP has not performed well, and this is probably one of the ugliest charts I think I've seen in crypto. I mean, this is just bad. That's 180-day chart. That is vicious. And I cannot imagine anybody who would look at that and say, man, I love this. I want it to keep going down so I can buy more and more and more. That's fine. I understand it's false bravado. You made a terrible mistake. You would do anything to go back to SEAL Team 6 and just stop there. So I understand that. But that false bravado is only going to carry you so far when you are looking at a chart like this. There's only so much hype that you can do to try to shore up your own bad decision. This is rough, all right? Absolutely rough. Now, from a pure investment standpoint, getting interesting actually, because it has been a little bit stable over the last couple of weeks, and this is what I'm talking about. So even 1.4% up over the last 14 days is almost heroic for a token that has a market cap this high. That's actually a pretty good performer. Now, it's nothing I'm going to jump into Absolutely not, because I think it can go much lower. But it's kind of been hanging in there. I'm not going to say we found the bottom. There is no bottom to AMP. The bottom for AMP is another 3 zeros. I mean, that it can keep going. Every time you think this is it, we've gone as far as we can. No, this one will absolutely change your mind. But you cannot continue to invest in this. You cannot continue to invest in a token like this without being aware of what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're shoring up the price. That's great, but any meaningful pump on this token is going to be exit liquidity for people who have just had it. And you need to be aware of this. So as far as looking at this one long term, and I do not look long term anymore. Not in crypto, not in this market. Uh, Anyone who is telling you right now that 5 years from now we're going to be fine is absolutely just throwing darts at a board. There is no way. It is literally impossible to say what this market is going to look like in 5 years, what the world health is going to look like in 5 years, what the world's financial health is going to look like in 5 years, what Microsoft is going to look like in 5 years. There is no way to reasonably predict that, and particularly to use it as your guiding force for your investment. Nobody knows. I have narrowed my window down to 30 days. That's it. I will not even tell you what's going to be happening 3 months from now. I have no damn idea. There is too much influx. But as this applies to AMP, man, I just have to say again, just be careful on this. If you're in it, you're in it. And it's low enough now. It's pretty much all-time low. Not all-time low, but it's real close. There's not. I don't think it's going to do what you think it's going to do. Not without a massive influx of external capital or a massive influx of users. And I don't see the users right now. I don't even see a path for it. I don't even. It's not there for me. It is absolutely not there for me. Now, buying it, holding it, and taking advantage of a 5%, 10% pump, sure. But you can do that with anything. It doesn't just have to be this one. You can do that with anything. So that's pretty much all I got on this one. I understand they're worthless videos. I just like to give you my viewpoint on this one. I think you can do better, and there's lots of other places to do it. It's it's going to be fine, guys. We're all going to make it. Everything's great. Don't worry. You're all going to get your money. But somebody's going to be making money on your back. Absolutely making money on your back for all the time, the sunk cost bias that you have in AMP, your time, your energy, your money. And somebody's going to absolutely be just crushing it right on right on top of your effort. You're going to pay somebody, but I don't think it's going to be you. So that's what I got for this one. There's a reason I don't do a lot of AMP videos, because there's just not that much to say. But we still kind of an AMP channel, so I think I should at least mention it. That's all I got on this one, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, Scott at ThePodocasts.com. I answer all your emails, and that's it. So until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.